Good morning, my dear children. Welcome back. Today we are going to learn Class 4, Unit 1 of Social Science book, Philanthropists of Sangam Age. Children, this is the first unit in Term 2. Come children, let us see what is a philanthropist and who are the philanthropists of the Sangam Age. Children, in this unit, what are we going to learn? We will learn the names of the philanthropists. Name the regions ruled by those philanthropists. Understand the significance of kindness. Explain how the philanthropists ruled their region. Come children, let us learn. Let us learn the spelling first. Philanthropist. P-H-I-L-A-N-T-H-R-O-P-I-S-T. Philanthropist. P-H-I-L-A-N-T-H-R-O-P-I-S-T. Philanthropist. A philanthropist is a person who gives generously to help other people. He is a person who will help others. For that, he will give generously without restriction. He will give, he will share whatever he has. You know, children, during the time when we have Diwali celebration, do you remember we will be inviting the children from the orphanage Nesakarangal in our area, isn't it? And throughout weeks, we will be connecting the donations. Your seniors will be coming with the donation box and you will be bringing them money or any pulses or any eatables of that sort, consumables. Do you remember that is an act of philanthropy? We are able to share what we are having with those less privileged children, and we will celebrate our Diwali in happiness with them. We are able to donate in the form of money. You will be bringing your pocket money and you will be bringing from your home some pulses, some rice, isn't it? All those things come under the philanthropy. As children, we are learning that in school, isn't it? And it is a pride and a happiness to see their eyes shine in happiness. Children, when I ask you who is the favorite person in the world, your answer definitely will be, ma'am, it's my grandpa or it's my grandma. Why, you know, children? They will pamper you, isn't it? They'll get you whatever you want and we are so happy to spend time with them. They'll tell you stories and they will tell you. Same way, we have a girl called Geeta and her grandpa, and they are on a trip during their summer holidays. Like you people, when you have your holidays, you will be rushing to your grandpa's place, isn't it? Same way, Geeta also went to her grandfather's place and they were on a trip. They were traveling to some place. And you can see what are they discussing, where are they going and what are they discussing now. Geeta and her grandpa are on a trip during summer holidays. So children, it is holiday time, and since it is holiday, she has gone to her grandfather's place and they are gone to a trip. Let us see where they are going. They are on their way to Kodaikanal, the hill station in Tamilnadu. And they are on their way. They have not reached there. They are on their way. They are going to Kodaikanal. Which is the place they are going to? Kodaikanal. K-O-D-A-I-K-A-N-A-L. Kodaikanal. And what is the speciality of Kodaikanal? What is special there? It is a hill station. It is a hill station. Hill station means it is a mountain, and you know, children, if it is a hill station, it will be cold there, isn't it? It will be very nice, very warm, very enjoyable climate. This is the first time that Geeta is traveling up a steep hill in a bus. So it is her first time to travel to Kodaikanal. It is a hill station and she has to travel up a hill, and it is a steep hill and she's going by bus. So Geeta and her grandpa are going to Kodaikanal in a bus, and as they are traveling up a steep hill, Geeta is having some doubt. She is asking her grandpa, "Tell me, grandpa, something. I want to ask you." And Geeta is saying to her grandpa, "Hills."
Grandpa, how did people come to these hills before buses and cars were used?
She is having a doubt in her mind as she is traveling up in a bus. She is asking her grandpa, "Tell me, grandpa, how did the people reach these hills before there were cars and buses? How they were able to climb up these hills?" Children, what do you think how they would have come climbing up the hill? Would they have walked or maybe used some animals? Let us see what her grandpa is saying to her. Grandpa says they would have used horses and donkeys to climb up the hill. So grandpa is saying, yes, my dear, before bus and cars were there, people would have climbed these hills with the help of maybe horses or even donkeys. Donkeys are very good in climbing the steep hills, isn't it? They carry load for us when the places are difficult to tread, difficult to climb. And then suddenly Geeta had a doubt. She's asking her grandpa,
who ruled these regions?
So she's asking her grandpa who ruled those regions in the olden days. And her grandpa is saying that, "Grandpa, in the Sangam age, many philanthropists ruled the hilly regions, but 7 of them were very famous." He's saying in the age called as a Sangam age, that is an age in our history, in our past. It is called as Sangam age, Sangam, Sangam age. And during the Sangam age, many people were there who ruled these hilly regions. And among those peoples, 7 were very, very famous. And so many people ruled the Sangam age, and in that many philanthropists were there. We learned already a philanthropist is a person who will help others, who will give generously. Then 7 of them were there, very famous. And then Geeta is asking him something. Let us see what she's asking.
Why only 7 were famous? Who were they?
Geeta's grandpa told her that during Sangam age, many philanthropists ruled, but only 7 of them were very famous. So she's asking him why only 7 were famous, and she wants to know about them. So she's asking him, who were they, grandpa? Who were those philanthropists who ruled, who were famous during the Sangam age? Let us see what her grandpa is saying. Those 7 philanthropists were Pagan, Pari, Nedumudikari, Adiamman, Nalli, Valvil, Ori. Who are they? Pagan, Pari, Nedumudikari, Adiamman, Nalli, Valvil, Ori. We will learn the spellings. Pagan, P-E-G-A-N, Pagan, P-E-G-A-N, Pagan. Pari, P-A-R-I, Pari, P-A-R-I, Pari. Nedumudikari, Nedumudi, N-E-D-U N-E-D-U-M-U-D-I nedumudi N-E-D-U-M-U-D-I nedumudi kari K-A-R-I nedumudi kari I A-A-Y I A-A-Y I Adhyamman A-D-H-I-Y-A-M-A-N Adhyamman Nalli N-A-L-L-I Nalli N-A-L-L-I Nalli Valvil V-A-L-V-I-L Valvil Ori O-R-I Valvil Ori. Who were those famous 7 philanthropist children? They were Pagan, Pari, Nedumudikari, I, Adhyamman, Nalli and Valvil Ori. Children, they ruled different hill regions at different periods during the Sangam Age. And where did they rule? They ruled the different hilly regions at different times, at different periods during the Sangam Age. And they were all powerful. They were very, very powerful people. They were kind and cared for nature and the people. They were powerful, they were kind, and they cared for both nature as well as the people of that area. Who were the philanthropists? Pagan, Pari, Nedumudikari, I, Adhyamman, Nalli and Valvil Uri. They were ruling the different parts of these hilly region during different periods of the Sangam Age. And they were very powerful. At the same time, they were kind and they cared for their nature as well as for the people. They took care of the nature and their people.
Is that why there are more trees in the hills than in Chennai?
And seeing so many trees as they travel up the hill, she is asking her grandpa, why grandpa, there are more trees in the hills than we have in Chennai? In Chennai we had able to find only less trees, but here we can find more trees. And her grandpa is replying, yes my child, it is true. Grandpa says, hills usually have lot of trees. He's saying to her, yes my dear, when you are in hill, they have more trees than the plains or other places. It is important for people to take care of them. Who should take care of those trees? It is our duty. The people should take care of the trees. Shall I tell you a few stories about how those philanthropists and the people protected nature? And how in turn nature protected them. So grandpa is telling her, yes, there are a lot of trees in the hilly area and it is the duty of the people to take care of the trees. And he is asking, as any grandpa will do, my dear child, shall I say you some stories about how those people, those philanthropists and the people try to protect the nature, how the people strived hard to take care of the nature and how the nature protected those.
I would love that.
And Geeta was excited to hear that. Okay, her grandpa was going to tell her stories about those philanthropists or of those people, and he's going to tell the stories about how they protected the nature. And in return, how the nature protected them back. So if you protect nature, nature will protect you back. It is your responsibility to take care of the nature and the environment. And she was very, very excited. And she says, okay, Grandpa, I would love that. If you tell me stories, that will be the greatest thing. I will enjoy them. Children, now it is a testing time for you. You have to try to give the answer. First question, name any three philanthropists. Name any three philanthropists. During which age did the 7 famous philanthropists rule the hilly regions? During which age did the 7 famous philanthropists rule the hilly regions? Try to answer these. Now we will learn a little bit about the Sangam period. Sangam period or Sangam age. It is the period in history of our ancient Tamilnadu and Kerala and some parts of Sri Lanka, very old time from 6th century to 3rd century Common Era. And it was named after the famous Sangam academics of poets and scholars. There were so many poets and scholars during that time, and the Sangam age is named after them. And we can find in our Tamil Nadu the existence of the Sangam age in the site of Kiradi and Arika Medu. There were 3 important kings who ruled during the Sangam age. They were the Chera, Chola and the Pandya. And the famous poem Silapadikaram also was written during that time. And you children, Sangam literature, that is the writings of those period, consisting of several classical poetry, is the main source of the Sangam age. We come to know about the Sangam age and how it was from the different poetry and the writings of that age, and that is called as a Sangam literature. The writings of poems and books is called as a literature, and from the books written during that time we come to know about the Sangam age and how it was important in our history. So before we wind up, children, let us have a recap of what we learned in this session. We learned about who is a philanthropist. It is a person who gives generously to help other people. And there are 7 philanthropists during the Sangam age who ruled the hilly areas. They were Pagan, Pari, Nedumudikari, Ai, Adiyamman, Nalli and Valvil Ori. And children, they ruled the different periods during the Sangam age, and they ruled different hilly regions during the Sangam age. The important thing was they were very powerful people, and they take care of the nature and the people they ruled. They were very kind-hearted and they took care of the nature. Children, the Sangam literature consisting of several classical poetry. There are so many classical poetry in the Sangam literature, and that is a main source of information about the Sangam age. Children, in the next session, we will learn in detail about these philanthropists. With that, we wind up today's class, my dear children. Thank you for watching the class. Please subscribe our new YouTube channel and support us. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay blessed.